You're taking a couple of numbers, a couple of parameters, a minimum and a maximum, and generating a random result. So it's going to be taking a random number between 0, which is the minimum, and 2, which is the maximum. So we see here in these results that returns back 0, 1, and 2, and this is all done randomly using Google Apps Script. Let's go ahead and we're going to produce a random number. So we can have a minimum and a max value for the number. So the max is going to be the maximum possible value, the minimum is the minimum possible value, and this is going to be where we're going to be adding the result, and this is going to be the result of the custom formula that we have within Google Apps Script. So this is going to take in and return back a random number. So we're going to need the two parameters, and the first one is the minimum. The second parameter that we need is the maximum. So let's do the return, and the formula for getting the random number is going to be Math.floor and then Math.random, and Math.random produces a random number, so we need to multiply it to get the minimum and maximum. So max minus the minimum plus 1 is return back the value including, and then we need to also add the plus 1 to include the second number. So we're adding in the plus 1 over here for the random value, and then plus another 1, and that's going to return back that random value between those two numbers, and inclusive of those numbers. So let's generate the random number. So in order to do that, select the cell that you want the output, and then for the random we need the one parameter or the two parameters. So the first one, and then just comma separate it to the second one, press the enter, and that's going to generate those random numbers. So every time it's going to generate a new set of random numbers. So let's say if we had 1 to 2 and we try to generate a random number, so it's going to be 2, and it can either be 2 or the 1. And let's try a few of these so that we can see it working in action, so that it could be anything like 0, 0, or 2. And they'll vary depending on whatever random number. So in that case, we got 1. So we got all three of the variations, starting at a possibility of 0, also possibility of 1 and 2. Just those just randomly generated there. And if we drag it down, you can see that we get those different variations of numbers that are just random. So go ahead and try it out and build your own random numbers formula within the Google Apps Script.